Okay, there's a few different ways to handle this, and again, I'm not trying to bolster up the invoice, but if you want to fix this right, I can drain this water heater, take it off here, and make this stand with the appropriate, drywall cover. It'll look like this finished, only up here. And then what you need to do if you want to get it to code is you need to put a pan underneath this with a drain that comes out and through the wall. It's not a big deal, and it would look. Let me show you what it would look like. Hold on. It would simply look like one of those coming out of your house, only it would come out like right here. It's supposed to be able to drain out of that garage. That's code. Now you don't have to go code if you want to do something a little bit more on the cheap. Not that you're cheap, but I get you got a budget. I could just take that water heater off and cap it with some plywood and put a pan underneath it. Or you could forget about the pan altogether and just clean this up, make it look better. That's up to you. We can talk pricing on the different options on that when I talk to you on the phone. This all needs to be reworked. I can make this look good, put the necessary equipment here and move this latch out. It needs to be moved out and cocked a little bit so it's even instead of crooked. And I'll have to obviously adjust both of the springs in these. Now this here, the reason why this door isn't shutting is it's what we call hinge binding here. Something about the way these hinges, and I'll have to take the screws out and check, but it's hinge binding. They're not sitting back as far as they should be. They're not routed out enough. So it's forcing the door this way. It's forcing the door this way. So I'll have to spend a minute taking this door off, making all three of these a little bit deeper so the door sits in more so it'll close properly. Your problem down here, look at this. Look how this thing, this hook needs to be reworked. That's supposed to come in from the top, but I could probably make it work that way. But I was telling you, this thing has a superfluous amount of rust. We look at it everywhere. Look down here. I mean, it's a nice place. You don't want people to see that. Again, I know you got budget constraints, so maybe some of this we can do later. But I was gonna take all these wood slats off and in the sand and repaint this door so it looks proper and works proper. It's a mess. It doesn't even line up here, so we'll have to figure that out. As far as your closet doors in those rooms, at least a couple of those positions, we want to take off the wheels that they have on them and put these on. These have a wheel that you can adjust. By adjusting this wheel on this thing, you can get those doors to go like this and then close properly, and they work a lot easier too, so they won't be so hard to push and pull. And then in here, I'm saying get rid of this. This whole thing doesn't need to be up there. This thing does not need to be ventilated out the back wall. It can be self-circulating, so the vents out here, it will still work the same way, and it'll be perfect. If you don't want to go that route, I mean, we can keep it the way it is. There's just no way to get that bolt in here. Or I could put the bolt on and put all this back for you if you want to keep it ventilating the way it is. I'm just saying it's not necessary. So let me get this off to you. You can take a look at it. I'll start figuring out some pricing in my head. I'm probably going to need to come back here to do most of this tomorrow anyway. So it'll give us some time to work through it, all right? So you'll get this from me. I'm going to upload it to YouTube and send it to you here.